Hello everybody, welcome back to channel 72. We're back for another video on the channel. We're sticking with a prediction theme this week and we're looking at Sky Bet League 2. Now, before we do get started, please do make sure that you like, comment and subscribe on the video, and also click that notification bell next to the subscribe button to make sure that you never miss another channel 72 video. Also, I have done a League 1 predictions. The link of that will be in the video down below, so after you're done with this one, go and check that out as well. The Sky Bet Championship predictions will also be up in a couple of days. Also, if you are a general EFL head, we have put in a new podcast. It's called That League 1 Podcast. The link will be in the description below, but go and check that out. It's a really entertaining listen. So, on to League 2 then. A really difficult league to predict. Lots of quality in the division, lots of money being thrown around as well. It's going to be really interesting to see which teams can get into that top 7 and have ambitions of getting promoted, and also we have to see who's going to avoid that trapdoor into the National League. It's been a real pain for a lot of football clubs in the past, including my own Lincoln City, to get out the division. Now, I am a Lincoln City supporter, as I just said. My team don't compete in Sky Bet League 2, so please do take my predictions with a pinch of salt, and if I do get them wrong, please let me know in the comments below your 1 to 24s and where you think your team is going to finish and why. It'd be really good to get some debate going in the comment section. Now, enough waffle, let's get into the 1 to 24. Right, in 24th, and they've got to finish last, I think it's going to be the turn of Crawley Town. There's a really poor ownership structure at the football club at the minute. They've lost a lot of key players. Just this week, Ashley Nelson went to Gillingham. I really don't rate the recruitment. I think they've gone for a lot of non-league players. Perhaps the club are preparing for life in the National League. So unfortunately, I have gone for Crawley Town to end their Football League stay and get relegated to the National League. Joining Crawley Town then in the National League in the 24-25 season, I've gone for Harrogate Town. Now, a lot of people will think they will stay up because of Simon Weaver and the work that the board have done at the football club. However, they have been flirting with the National League for a couple of years now, since they were promoted to the EFL. Also, at the time of recording, Luke Armstrong has been linked with a move away. He scored 16 goals and got 6 assists in the league last season, and that's going to be a really difficult gap to replace. Alex Patterson as well made the move to Bradford City, so unfortunately I have got Harrogate Town going down in 23rd. Just avoiding the trapdoor into League 2 then, I have gone for Accrington Stanley. Now, they had a really poor time of it in League 1 last season, conceded a lot of goals, got a lot of red cards. However, the reason I think they're just about going to survive in the division this year, John Coleman is a great operator of the Northwest market. I think he's going to recruit well enough. They have lost a lot of key players. Ethan Hamilton has moved to Lincoln City. There's also links of Tommy Lee leaving the football club as well. So for me, Accrington just about going to do enough to stay in the division in 22nd. In 21st then, I'm going to stick with a theme of clubs on the decline. I've gone for AFC Wimbledon. Now, they've only won 2 games in 2023 and had a bit of a nightmare so far this calendar year, so they'll be looking to reset that and have a better go of it this year. I do like some of the recruitment. I like the likes of Omar Beguil, Alex Bass, Jake Reeves, all got good experience at this level. However, the situation with the manager is a little bit on a knife edge, and for me, I don't want to predict them to come too high. So for me, Wimbledon, you'll be finishing in 21st spot. In 20th then, I've also gone for a bit of a drop for Sutton United. Now, they've lost a real set of key players. Enzo Boldwine has gone down into the National League to Eastleigh, and most importantly, Ali Smith, a great box-to-box midfielder, has joined my beloved Lincoln City. So that's going to be a massive loss for them. I also think that Sutton are going to become a victim of just the league getting to a better standard, and I think unfortunately they might slip down the table a little bit. I think they're going to survive comfortably, but just in 20th place for me. In 19th place then, I have gone for Morecambe. Now, there's lots of ownership problems at Morecambe, and I've got a good friend, Joel Shooter, a Morecambe supporter. I think he's going to enjoy having a mid-table season without the relegation and the promotion worries. I think they're going to be fine this year. They've got a good starting 11, just need to add a bit more depth to that now. Derek Adams, a great manager and operator at this level as well. So for me, comfortably to stay up Morecambe in 19th. In 18th then, I've gone for Crewe Alexandra. I think they're tipped not to go well this year. I'm basing this based off pre-season as well. Watched them in a pre-season game a couple of weeks ago and they really underwhelmed me. They have done pretty well in the transfer window. I like the additions of Shiloh Tracy and of Mickey Dimitriou as well, but the club aren't showing a massive sign of progress. They're trying to bring in that next group of young players. It's going to take them back into League One for them to make a load of money on. So for me, Crewe, unfortunately, going to be in 18th position. So in 17th position, I have gone for Newport County. Now they are a side, traditionally in the last couple of years anyway, they've been flirting with the top 7 of this division, but they have lost a load of key players. Precy Farquharson and Cameron Norman, as well as Aaron Lewis, spring to mind. So I think they're going to be a little bit less defensively sound. I don't think they've got too much going forward either. So for me, Newport, I think it's going to be a struggling season for them, and I think they're going to finish in 17th. In 16th then, I have gone for a relegated side out of Sky Bet League One. I have gone for Forest Green Rovers. I think they're going to take a little bit of time to readjust to the level. It's got a lot stronger since they were last in the division in 21-22 when they won the title on the last day. There's a bit of a farce with the managerial situation, but some of the recruitment has been good. Matty Taylor will be a good addition to help Jordan Garrick fire them in some goals. So for me, Forest Green, it's going to be a period of adjustment under the new manager. I think they're going to finish in 16th. In 15th then, I have gone for Tranmere Rovers. Now, they have picked up Christian Dennis from Carlisle United. He's known to score goals at this level, but they have also lost the likes of Dacres Cogley to Bolton and Bristow to Minnesota in the MLS. I'm also not too sure on the manager. Dawes has not been a great inspirational appointment. A lot of supporters seem to be unhappy with that as well. So for me, I think Tranmere are going to have an underwhelming season and come at 15th. In 14th, I have gone for Swindon Town. Now I do have my reasons for this. They've not been too active in the transfer window thus far. If they do bring in a few signings, you may expect to see them higher up. I do like the addition of Dan Kemp on loan from MK Dons. Had a really productive spell with Hartlepool United towards the back end of last season. Flynn is a good manager at this level. I expect him to do well, and I expect them to make a project at Swindon, which I can see them getting promoted in a couple of years. However, this year, a period of adjustment, I think they're going to finish in 14th. Now in 13th, I've not put them here because I don't like them, because they have a rivalry with Lincoln. I've gone for Mansfield. Now, my fear for Mansfield is that the Nigel Clough era could be getting a little bit stale. He's been there a couple of years now, not managed to get them promoted. I think they've had a real struggle getting out of this division in the last 5 or 6 years. I've not really been impressed with the recruitment. Aaron Lewis is someone I know well from his time at Lincoln, but I looked down the list. Will Swan scored a couple of goals for them last year, really like him. Christy Pym was a decent keeper at this level as well. So I think Mansfield are going to be knocking on the door, but ultimately I think they're going to fall off into 13th. Now in 12th, I have gone for Walsall. Walsall have actually done some really good recruitment. I like the likes of Precy Farquharson, as I say, from Newport County. Danny Johnson is back at the Bescot. He scored a lot of goals in the first half of the season before he was returned to Mansfield Town. They've also signed Freddie Draper on loan from Lincoln City, who had a really productive loan spell in the League of Ireland with Drogheda United. I think he's going to do really well, and has done well in pre-season. Got an assist in the win over Solihull on the weekend as well. Matt Sadler is an inexperienced manager, which may be holding back on Walsall a lot, but I do really like the summer recruitment. I think they're going to do really well this year and finish in 12th. In 11th then, I have gone for Colchester United. Now, I really rate the manager, Ben Garner. His sides always play good football. You look at his Swindon side that got to the playoff semi-finals a couple of years ago. They were a very good attacking, offensive side. They've got goal scorers in the team. John Akinde, Tom Hopper have scored goals at this level, and I really like the recruitment. They've brought in some really good players, Ian Dolo from Swindon, as well as Nico Lawrence, who had a really good spell last season in the National League with Torquay United. So for me, I think Colchester are going to show progress, and they're going to come in 11th. Moving into the top 10 then, and I have gone for quite a controversial pick here, so I'm expecting a few comments, but I've gone for Bradford. Now, similar to at Mansfield, I think the Mark Hughes era is getting a little bit stale. He's not been able to deliver the promotion that the supporters at Valley Parade deserve. They're a great set of supporters. They've not been able to see the football that they would have wanted. I still felt they've got the likes of Andy Cook in the squad. However, Banks is a massive loss, and the recruitment doesn't really fill me with any sort of pleasure, unfortunately. I do like Tyler Smith. I think he's going to have a lot of fun at this level, scoring a lot of goals. However, for me, a bit of a drop off for Bradford. They won't be in the playoffs this year. I've got them in 10th. In 9th then, I have gone for Lincoln's county rivals, Grimsby Town. Now, I was actually really impressed by Grimsby in the pre-season game that we played against them last week. They were really good. They beat us by 2-0. Danny Rose, a great acquisition from Stevenage, always tends to be playing towards the top end of Sky Bet League 2. Coupled with Charles Vernon, they're a really deadly duo. They've got Donovan Wilson as well, who came on and impacted the game. They've got some great goalkeepers, Eastwood and Cartwright on loan from Hull, two excellent young keepers, and in Paul Hurst, a manager who has got promotions in his CV with Grimsby Town. I think they're going to do pretty well this year. I think they're going to go 9th. So in 8th, and just missing out on the playoffs, I think it's going to be only a couple of points in it. I've gone for Barrow. Now, I'm a massive fan of Pete Wild. Really liked what he did at Halifax Town. So when Barrow snapped him up, I think it was a year ago, I was really impressed with that move from the Bluebirds. He's recruited really well. I like the likes of Jamie Proctor, David Worrell. Got experience at this level as well. Did really well for Port Vale last year. Worrell was a massive part of the Valiants' season. I also think Cian Spence is a fantastic acquisition from Halifax, someone that he'll know really well. And Barrow are the perfect underdog, and for me, there's always an underdog story in Sky Bet League 2. So for me, Barrow just missing out on the playoffs in 8. So my first playoff spot goes to Doncaster Rovers. Now, big reason I'm massive on Doncaster Rovers is the fact they've got Grant McCann back in the building. Was a successful manager with Rovers previously, has also won promotion out of League One with Hull City. Like the recruitment, they've blended inexperience from the National League with a lot of promise in the likes of Owen Bailey and Senior from Halifax, and they've also brought in a lot of EFL veterans as well, the likes of Richard Wood from Rotherham and Joe Ironside from Cambridge, who has done well at this level prior. So for me, Donny in the playoffs in 7th. In 6th then, I have gone for a newly relegated side in MK Dons. Now, they are a fantastic unit on their day. They've got a great manager, Graham Alexander, won promotion from this level with Fleetwood Town via the playoffs. I fancy them to do something similar this time around as well. I think they've brought in some really good players. The likes of Norman and Gilby have got massive amount of experience at this level. And also, whilst I'm recording, Mo Isa is still at the football club and will score a hatful of goals at this level like he did for Cheltenham a few years ago. So for me, MK in 6th. In 5th place then, I have gone for newly taken over Gillingham. I think there's a great shift in momentum at the football club. They were looking down in the doldrums, but now with the Gallatons taking over, they have got their eyes set on promotion. Really like Neil Harris as a gaffer. I think he's done really good stuff with Millwall in the past. Brought in some really good names as well. Naderson came in the other day. Johnny Williams was productive at this level for Swindon. They've also had Scott Malone come in on a free after he had a trial at the football club. So for me, Gillingham are comfortably going to be in the playoffs in 5th. In 4th, I've gone for Wrexham. Now, a lot of people are tipping them for automatic promotion, but I think all the hype and all the pressure and all the focus is going to be on them, that they're going to allow other teams to fall under the radar. They have got a good League 2 squad in my eyes, with lots of experience at this level with Mullin, Palmer and Jones as well. They've been a bit inactive in the window, which is why I've not put them in an automatic place. So for me, Wrexham in 4th, missing out on automatics just. In 3rd, I've gone for playoff semi-finalists from last year, Salford City. Now, they're a great unit. They've got one of the best midfielders in the league in Elliot Watt. Pairing him with Osama Ashley from Colchester could be a tasty partnership. Neil Wood is a manager that I like the project that he started, having come through at Manchester United in the coaching ranks there. I really think Salford are going to have one better this season. I think they're going to finish in the automatic promotion spots in third. In second place then, I've gone for Notts County. Now, Luke Williams is a manager that I absolutely adore. I think he's done fantastic stuff with this Notts County side. He improves the players that he works in on a daily basis. Look, I think they've got great options going forward. David McGoldrick scored 22 goals in League One last season. Macaulay Langstaff scored a bucket full of goals in the National League. But I think Sedwin Scott as well, to come pretty much under the radar. I think Notts fans are expecting quite a lot from him. I think Notts County are a really good unit. Yes, they've lost Rodriguez to Oxford, but I still think they've got enough over the line to get into League One and back-to-back promotions for the Pies. So if I've done all my adding up correctly, again, I have come to first place now. I've gone with last year's playoff finalist. It is Stockport County. Now, Dave Challoner has got something really good going at Edgeley Park, and I think he's going to continue it. They can use that heartbreak that they had in the playoff final, losing to Carlisle United, and have it close to their chest to try and get automatically promoted. I really like some of the recruitment. I think Nick Powell is the standout coming on a free from Stoke, could easily play in divisions above. So for me, I think Stockport have recruited really well. I think they're going to get that title and be back in Sky Bet League One next year. There you have it then, folks. That is my Sky Bet League 2 predictions. If you agree or disagree, please let me know down here below if you'd like. Comment with your 1 to 24s. Let me know how you think your team is going to get on. Tell me where I was wrong. Really intrigued to see what arguments you can give me. Thank you for watching. As always, please do make sure to like, comment and subscribe on the channel, and make sure you click the notification bell so you never miss another Channel 72 video. So until next time, we'll see you later.